A day may come when the courage of men fails, when we forsake our friends and break all bonds of fellowship. But it is not this day. An hour of wolves and shattered shields when the age of men comes crashing down. But it is not this day. This day we fight. By all that you hold dear on this good earth, I bid you stand! Men of the West!
Hello everybody, I'm the Last Pretender, and today we're going to continue on turn 75. Yes, 75. 76. Turn 76 of our MA Man Redemption series. We've won some big battles against Ulm. We've kind of recouped our losses, concentrated our forces, and we're going to begin our push. Right now we're sieging a fort, and we're going to see how that goes. Got some site searching going on. I don't really think we find much. Interestingly enough, Albert Einstein actually recasts his Earthblood Deep Well, whatever it's called. So that's interesting. But at least it's costing him a lot of gems. So it cost him a lot of gems probably to cast that. So that's probably good. We built another golem. Right? Our mercenary Ferris, who just... Like, I actually don't need him anymore. But I keep re-recruiting him because he's just part of the family now. Like, he's just one of us now, you know? And it's like I keep paying him because, you know, I always paid him and I keep him around. He's a good kid. So anyway, we got some gnome lore, our spec, not a lot. Doing some site searching. We don't want our site searching to go to 0 just because we're at war. Another seduction that did not succeed, no, I guess a seduction that did not succeed. It's probably our first one because she finally got her boots on right. She's going to go ahead and cast Creeping Doom. And, yeah, that's not going to matter. And they're going to kill him. So, that's what she's got going on in her life. So, good for her. Sadly, not a seduction of a... I want a seduction of a Master Smith. That's what I want. We can see some more shenanigans going on. This is actually kind of a sizable force from Nabat, and it looks really wimpy, to be honest with you. Jesus, these dudes are so tanky. Okay, I hate you so much, Nabat. Look at this, 21 hit points. Fuck you. Ah. Oh, and they're fire resistant, half of them too. Oh my god. All right, well, that's what Nabat gets to do. I got these dudes, but whatever. So anyway, so Nabat's killing stuff. Let's kind of look and see kind of how they actually fight. Let's see here. That's my army? I know how my army fights. What's he got going on? Oh, he's got a little magma child. Lightning bolt, mind burn. Soul slay, body ethereal. Incinerate. Alright. Interesting. So you're a communion master. What are you gonna cast? Soul Slay? Yeah. Alright. That makes sense. Not really that scary. Not really a very scary army at all. I'm really not intimidated by that. So that's good news. We like to see that. So let's go ahead and take a look at this little battle here. So we have a battle. This is on top of his throne. So you can see Storm gets immediately cast. And we're just gonna cast a million frickin' spells. You know, again, it's the classics. Fog Warriors. Army of Gold. Arrowfiend. Mass Regeneration. Foul Vapor. Serpent's Blessing. There's gonna be a whole lot of, Jesus. Let's take a look at this dude here. So, okay. I didn't cast Thunderfend. I don't know. I'm pretty sure I have someone to cast it, but... Okay, yeah. I think that was probably Thunderfend. So let's see here. So yeah, Thunderfend went off. Mass Regeneration, Army of Gold, Frostfend, Serpent's Blessing, Fog Warriors, Arrowfend. We're going to be casting in certain places. I really don't have enough saturation to do it, but like... Probably like somewhere. Weapons of sharpness. Oh, here we go. So, like, these dudes, they have strength of giants. Let's see if I can find someone casting it. Well, somewhere in the world, weapons of sharpness is going down, strength of giants. Here we go. These dudes got it. So, weapons of sharpness, strength of giants. Like, I mean, this is a lot of stuff. Oh, now I cast the thing that makes them all lucky. Battle Fortune or whatever. I wish you guys didn't hit my own dudes with Thunderstrike, but you did. That's okay. You hit more of theirs, I guess. And all his armies run away. You can see lots of Thunderstrikes going down. That kills everything. So if we take a look here, I did not lose anybody. No one died, so that's good. I converted 3 of his dudes, and I killed 93. So pretty good. Then we're going to go ahead and we're going to get attacked here. I don't have any memory as to what happens. There's a little army. I have nothing there. It all dies. Boom. Very good. Over here in Ashdod. Really? I want to take a look at this. Really? You're that freaking close? Kind of agitated, Nabah. Kind of agitated that you've taken all this. Like, you took a lot of land, dude. You took a lot of land. We need to have a talk about that. I mean, like, look at this score graph. I mean, his provinces, I mean, this is a lot. I guess I'm starting to climb up slowly. But, like, look at where we started and look at how, like, look, this is where we started. This is the war started, right? Because this is how the war started. And he's, like, he's to here, right? And I started here and I just went up a little bit. Anyway, whatever, fuck it. Now, I did take this province, and Nabah didn't like that. He got real displeased with that and kind of felt like he should have it, and I kind of felt like that was not in any way a reasonable position to hold. So I don't do it this turn, but probably like next turn or something, I basically say, fine, I'll give you lightless lanterns. I'll give you 10 lightless lanterns, because I just bought them. I was like, I'll give you 10 lightless lanterns, man. And he was like, okay, that's fine. He seemed happy with that agreement. I kind of felt like he needed to bite me, because like he basically took all of Marignan and most of Ashdod. And I was kind of like, dude, you have taken a ton of provinces. I have gotten like nothing out of this war, and I had to fight the bulk of it. And he was like, no, I had to fucking fight with super combatants and stuff. And I was like, Jin are not super combatants, but they are probably pretty pricey. So maybe I'm just being a jerk. But the more important issue, Nabah's, he's a sweet boy. He's a sweet boy. I shouldn't talk smack about him. We're gonna forge lots of Demon Banes. Just a ton of them. I mean, Demon Bane, you know, Demon Bane. We're gonna forge a lot of them, and that's why I'm gonna take my army and move it over to here, and we're gonna just pour all of our Demon Banes onto our mages. We're also forging a lot of rings of fire resist, whatever they're called. Rings of fire, I think they're called. So that way we don't all die. I've equipped my lady with a triple shield and stuff, so she doesn't die. But she should be fine. And she's got the ring of she's got the armor, which will help her. So she's got the 12 protection, so 6 protection is gonna be good too. Anyway, so we took this province, no problem. We're gonna go ahead and back on up into here. So that way we can grab all of our Demon Banes, because there's a laboratory right here. I don't remember if I don't think I built it. I think it was always there. So we're gonna go back so that we can take it and have Demon Bane party extravaganza, so we don't die. Because fires from afar is probably gonna happen. So want to protect ourselves. Got this little guy here. We're kind of equipping him up, getting him ready to go to war, so that he can kind of start jumping around in people's territories and everything like that. That's gonna be nice. We've also, somewhere in the realm, probably have an Iron Angel. Yeah. We've got, you know, these troopers who are going to be reinforcements. They're going to come down into here to stop this army in case he decides to attack that way. You can see here, some dudes are going to cast like Mass Regeneration and some Weapons of Sharpness and stuff. to kind of fight things off a little bit. An army of gold from our Tartarian we took, and our little friend here, our Iron Angel, is going to be jumping in the back whacking stuff. So that army should beat this army, I think, if he fights it. I'm not 100%, but I felt good about it at the time. Demon Bane's getting forged. That's kind of the major thing that's happening. Meanwhile, over here, we're kind of shuffling our troops around. We've returned to recruiting Landless Knights. I really like Landless Knights, and the reason I like them is because they've got... Like, these dudes just don't have enough protection at 13, whereas these dudes at 16 is a little bit better. I kind of find, like, it's kind of a real difference. But, I mean, like, even these dudes actually don't have 13. It's just 10, right? Yeah, it's just 12 in the body. So, as opposed to these who have 15, I think. 15 in the body, yeah. So, kind of like having these dudes around. They have a little bit more protection. I like them better than these guys. I mean, they're both pretty good, but, like, being that, like, they cost 1 gold more, I kind of feel like these dudes are the better buy, even though these dudes do have that extra damage with the axe. I also believe these guys have better morale. Yeah. They have a little bit better morale. The biggest difference, though, is that armor. And it doesn't sound like a lot of, like, 3 protection. But, I mean, that's like Legion of Steel or something, right? Like, I've found it has been a difference maker. In fact, I've been in a war one time. I was fighting a war against another game, against Nabaa. And, not the player who's playing Nabaa now, a different guy. And literally the thing that killed me was that these guys just could not stand up to certain fire spells because they didn't have the protection, whereas these guys would have been able to weather it and we would have won. So, kind of a bummer. But otherwise, lots of forging going on from Mirrodin. He's just forging unique items just like every turn, just trying to get as much as he can out of it. You can see my magic items starting to build up. Lots of Demon Banes coming in. We're going to start getting more fire, rings of fire. We're also going to start churning out some of these helmets right here for Helm of Heroes. So that way we can have that morale boost, which we really like to have. And yeah, we're just kind of making this army ready to just absolutely stomp on Ulm's face. And that is mostly what I've got going on. Is there something else happening here? Dark Knowledge, some bracers, which is going to be probably put on my my golem here. Sinewolf is marching an army here. They're starting to starve a little bit, but they're going to come meet here, and that's going to help a little bit. And these guys are forging more endless bags of wine, which is going to be nice. So that way I can keep these dudes from starving to death, which is going to be a-okay awesome sauce. Lots of research going on. You can see we've got Conjuration we're going to burn through. And then basically, like, honestly, once we've got Enchantment and once we got Evocation and Enchantment done, like, that's kind of everything, right? Because, like, Construction 9 does not really give me much stuff that I care about. I don't really care about any of these spells, to be honest with you. And Blood Magic doesn't do jack for me. So this is basically all. This is basically going to be everything. So we're pretty much maxed out on research at that point in time. Because Blood Magic's just... I mean, if this game keeps going on to where Blood Magic becomes an issue, I'm kind of screwed. You know. One thing you guys will notice, if you've been watching, is that I'm wearing the same shirt that I was for the last several episodes. And the reason is because it's the same run. It's also why my throat's a little ragged right now. Now, the reason is because, like, I want to just try and get as 20 turns done at a time, basically, is sort of my plan. Because this is time consuming. This game itself, like, I'll be honest with you guys, we're on turn 81, right? And, or not 81, 71, 76. I'm ready for the game to be over. I'm tired. I sit down to play the game, and I gotta fiddle with 100,000 mages here. I mean, look at all these mages. And I've gotta script them all and tell them what to do, and, I probably actually... I don't know. I gotta script them all and tell them what to do, and it is such an ordeal. It is such an ordeal to get these turns. It's like, it probably takes, like, this doesn't look like a lot. This probably takes like an hour and a half. I mean, maybe an hour and 15 just to do this. And then usually I go check it 2 or 3 times, and I'm like, maybe I'd fiddle with this or adjust that. And so, like, I mean, this is time consuming, man. This sucks. I'm moving this dude over to here because she ran out of nature gems. And then I'm probably going to go send her somewhere else to go try some more. Very disappointed in her capacity to seduce. But I guess she's not as spry as she used to be, I guess. But anyway, that's all for this turn, man. I don't know. So, moving this army back to go kind of in the center area here with the old Night's Watch. These people are all just doing research. And let's go ahead and hop on over to turn 77, huh? Stop me. Someone help me. Turn 77. Alright, boom. Boom. Bang. Okay. We cast a lot of spells to learn things. We found a couple things. So brass door, that's nice. Some well pestilence and a labyrinth of skulls, that's pretty cool. That's basically it. Meanwhile, we had a battle here. Oh yeah, this is where I defended myself. Sorry, spoiler. I'm tired. My apologies. I shouldn't even be recording this. But this is my little raiding army I had built up, and I sent them in. And this is his army that he was using to kind of, I guess, raid as well. Although for him, this is actually more of a serious crew. So you can see right here, my dude's kind of moving in. My doggos are going to bog him down a little bit. There's an Iron Angel. He's going to do nothing. Oh, he's going to get in there, I think. Yeah, you can see they've all got the 20 protection from the Army of Gold. Yeah, there's my actual Mamma Jamma carving up things in the rear there. And they're all going to start running away. They don't really like what's happening here. And there goes his army. I did lose a lot of doggos, though. A lot of my poor doggos did die. Lost 32 of them. But, you know, they're free, so it's not that big of a deal. Otherwise, a solid win. Killed another basic 100 of his dudes. So we like that. Meanwhile, we can see more Olm and Naba raiding each other. Olm lost a Master Smith somehow. I don't really know how that happened. More Olm and Naba screwing with each other. This is a little bit more of a fearsome battle. We can see 16 Smiths were involved, so that's quite a lot. This is in... I don't know where this was, but... Where is this? Oh, this is just outside of Marignal. So, yeah, Naba, I mean, you know, they've grown a lot. Those boys, those Nebanese, I don't know if that's how you'd say it. But, they took this province, so good for them. What else we got? So, a Forest of Gila still sucks, and it's always got problems. Found a bunch of gems and some gold, so I'm pretty hyped about that. Iron Peaks is whatever. Forest of Gila got attacked some more, but they held once again. I'm proud of them. Those barbarians holding it down. And my monk died of disease. Alright. Incredible news. So we're still forging demon stuff. You can see a couple of dudes have been now equipped with some, you can see these ladies and stuff. They're being equipped with demon brands. Still forging a whole bunch of them. And I'm also going to be forging a lot of fire rings. So we're probably going to have this army idle for a turn or two while these guys come in to reinforce. And then we're probably going to relaunch our invasion once I feel like I've got a good number of troopers lined up. Meanwhile, we've got all these dudes summoning allies, so they're going to be generating tons of dog boys. Tons of dog boys. We've got lots of vine men who are pretty cool with that 17 HP. That's pretty fire. What else? I don't know. I must have sent the lightless lanterns at some point already, but anywho, Lots of research going on. Still forging lots of unique items, so that's great. Lots of rings of fire now getting forged. Ring of fire, right? Lots of demon banes and stuff getting forged. So, in a turn or two, we'll have basically everybody equipped, so that'll be pretty cool. Ring of fire, right? These demon banes. Demon bane. Demon bane, demon bane. Demon bane. Ring of fire. So, lots of that going on, so that way my mage is done, I'll die. This army feels a lot happier now that its supply usage is down, now that I've made all those endless bags of wine. And we're going to start marching into the actual interior of Man, so that way these guys can pivot and kind of go wherever they want. Also, just in case, like, this shit happens, so this is exciting news, that Ulm is still lashing out and invading here. I don't even know where Ulm's territory is in this realm. I don't know what happened, but that's there now, so that's exciting news. And I was like, oh, I sure hope they don't invade me. It'll take me several turns before I get there, but the Night's Watch will eventually get there, so I'm not terrified, and I think his biggest concern is going to be to try and hold this province right here. Oh, one thing I do have is this thing right here, the fever fetish. And I put it on this guy because it doesn't matter if he gets diseased, and he's just going to generate 2 fire gems a turn. So my fire income is actually 22. It's actually a little better. Pretty cool, right? Pretty cool, pretty cool. We built a temple here, so we can feel pretty happy about that. And then we're going to go ahead and begin to march south pretty soon. Once these guys unite up and we get the Demon Forge burning. Well, let's hop on over to turn 78. Enough chit-chat. Let's see what we got. Turn 78. Boom. Love it. So, cast a bunch more spells. Again, you want to keep casting this stuff because you don't want to slack on it. I think I find, like, freaking nothing. I do. But, you know, it's still income that you want to find. You want to get your income hammered down. So, the Primate King has claimed the throne of Gaia. Master of who knows. Master who knows all things. Right. Very exciting. So over here, what do we got going on? There's a battle here. Sent in some troopers against my my guys, which didn't do anything. A little nothing happened. So we still got some raiding going on. So 90 people. I mean, it's just magical. Alright, Forest Gila sucks real bad. We got some Astral Pearls, some Unrest, which is not the best news. Some Nature Gems, which we like. Forest of Gila got attacked again. My Barbarians held once more. Very proud of them. My Monk got found and killed. Which is not really surprising, this army here. We're now under siege. So basically he took a small army and went and sieged my castle I just took from him. Which I don't really care about. My troops are beginning to starve. Right here? Yeah, they need to move again. But now they're going to move into here and, like, in the interior. Like here and, like, I don't know, whatever. I think I'm also going to send these dudes in who also are going to generate some supply bonus. So that way my guys can stop starving. So my gnomes are going to actually come along to this Night's Watch crew so everyone can stop freaking starving. Which I think would be most ideal. Yeah. Got a lot of people with with demon banes and stuff now, particularly my important guys. Some of my communion slaves, a lot of my communion slaves don't have it, but a lot of my other guys do, which are kind of the more important ones. Lots of rings of fire, so lots of demon banes, lots of rings of fire. This costs hundreds of freaking magic gems, but we're good and decked out, and I feel comfortable enough to where I'm gonna go ahead and take my army from the Mines of Despair. Go hit here, and then we're probably gonna go hit here. I'm still making demon banes and stuff like that. Probably going to keep doing it for probably most of the game. But the idea is that I keep making these damn things. And I'm going to put them on, I'm going to recruit like monks and stuff and put that on them, and they're just going to shuttle back and forth with like boots of 7 mile stride. So that's going to be an important aspect. This army is a nothing army, so I should just stomp on it. And I don't really know that Ulm has much left. I don't really know that Ulm has much left that can realistically fight me. I mean, if we take a look at the score graph here, I mean, his army size is teeny tiny. I mean, he has teeny tiny nothing. His income's still pretty good, but not the best. My research is spiking back up again because the The boys are back in town. And yeah, so Ulm's bleeding real hard. I'm kind of hoping to take like most of this would be ideal. Maybe even like some of this shit. I kind of feel like Ulm belongs to me. I kind of feel like everybody can bite me. I kind of feel like I've done enough to where Ulm should be mine. But at least I would like to take this. I'm still kind of irked with Nabah. They kind of cut me off here. But I kind of get it a little bit. But like Nabah has just gotten such free range to expand. So I complain about it a lot. I just keep looking at it and they get to expand so evenly. And I've got this like snake system going on. Like he wanted to take this and I'm like, dude, that means that I have this choke point. That means that literally my entire nation gets squeezed into one freaking province and then I need to try and expand out from it and win the war against the most powerful nation. Okay. I thought that was kind of lame. But in any event, we're going to march out with our guys now a little bit equipped with some items to make them not die, which is kind of ideal. Kind of ideal. What else we got going on? Oh, I remember my mother Oakcaster, she was actually in the main army for a second or two, but I pulled her back. So she's good now. She's not going to get herself killed. Yeah, we're going to have this force. Again, another little troop of dudes. They're going to go ahead and move on out into here and probably try and take this province and stomp around a little bit. Do some shenanigans. We can see my air guys are going to kind of start moving around a little bit. I don't realistically know what I want to do with these guys. So a thing I could do. I'm not sure if this would work. I wonder if I put a crystal matrix on them, if they could turn one fog warriors. Because I don't know if the communion slave would catch up to him or not. Or core slaves. It's an interesting question. I should probably test that. But until I do, we're pretty close to my current turn, so my mind kind of wanders a little bit. Sinowolf is marching on down. And that's really all I got going on. You can see I'm shuffling some troops around, kind of putting some more dudes on the border and stuff like that. So that way I have like an actual army set up that can do things. But otherwise, everything else seems to be going pretty much a-okay. So let's go ahead and hop on over to turn 79. Which is, I think, where things get a little bit spicy. Yeah, they do. So, Call of the Wild happens again. Doing some more site searching. Find a couple things, you know. Grove for Tiglery, Boiling Bog. So we do find some stuff. My global got dispelled. And it got put up by Vanheim. Vanheim went ahead and put up Gift of Health over Mother Oak, which is kind of irksome. Dark Knowledge doesn't find anything. Let's see. Okay. Another failed seduction, and you can see, bang. So that's good. We're gonna go ahead and march on out. I'm a little confused about this. This is turn 79. A bunch of nonsense happens. Found some ton of treasure, which is pretty actually awesome, and another rune smasher. But like, this is turn 79. Oh, I know what I'm thinking about. Okay, so I was very sad the Gift of Health got cast. So I talked to Nabah, and Nabah was like, "I don't have any nature gems." And I was like, "Listen, I'm gonna cast Gift of Health over this. I'm gonna take it from him." And he's like, "I don't have any nature gems." And I was like, "Okay." And he's like, "I'll send you." He's gonna send me 50 astral gems. And I was like, "Oh, okay, that's cool." And he thought that was reasonable because he became very paranoid that I was going to betray him, and that Vanheim was going to invade him. And I was like, "I think Vanheim's going to invade Phaeacia, but I don't know that." Phaeacia? Phaeacia? I have no idea how to say their name. I should look that up. But the sailors, he thought they were going to invade him. But I wasn't sure, because what happened was that Vanheim had invaded the sailors. He had invaded these boys. And this guy is not happy because he had a nap 3 with Vanheim, and Vanheim had forgotten. And it seems to be true because Vanheim pulled out his army immediately. He said, "Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot we had a nap." So he pulled back, and they reestablished the nap, I guess, or I don't know what they did. But it looks like Vanheim is now going to turn and try and invade Nabah, which is very scary stuff. Very scary stuff. And that's kind of how she goes. Nabah is obviously very eager to stop Vanheim from having power, so he was willing to donate 50 astral gems to the cause, and I'm going to use them all because man of my word, and I'm not going to screw him over and grift from him and that kind of stuff. I know people do that, and I hate that. I think that's very kind of ignoble. So, anywho, I pulled these guys back because I didn't want him just hanging out, and I felt like if they attacked here, there's a real possibility that he would take his army and move it here. And I was like, I don't want these guys to get killed, so I just pulled these guys back. Big fat cool army here. Sadly, if I recall, yeah, my Tartarian's flipping out. He's doing whatever he wants. He's sight searching and shit, which is not really what I want him to do, but that's fine. I end up giving this dude some gems, and he's going to cast Army of Gold. So that's basically going to be fine. I am thinking about switching over to Army of Lead just to keep him. But, I don't know. Everybody else is basically going to be doing the same kind of stuff, and we're going to go ahead and invade right here. Bam. Still trying to snatch up any old schmo I can. I don't know. You can see kind of what my army looks like now. You can see a lot of casters, kind of embedded in the troops themselves. Casting Divine Blessing, Aerofend. I mean, you guys know the drill, right? Lots of charms going down. Master Generation, Serpent's Blessing, Frostfend, Storm, obviously, Fog Warriors, Strength of Giants, Weapons of Sharpness, Foul Vapors, of course. I got Wind Guide going to deal with the storm a little bit. Said Master Generation, Quickening. Got a lot of my water mages casting Quickening now. I got Firefend. I got Will of the Wisps, Army of Gold, Will of the Fates, Anti-Magic, Wailing Winds. So a lot of stuff is getting cast, and you can see I got a lot of. I've really spent a lot of gems to protect my poor boys from flames from afar. But anyway, it hasn't hit yet. So, but we're gonna go ahead and pull up our boys. We're gonna go invade Gifa here. Try and seduce another dude. See if we can grab one. God, I really want one. I want a Master Smith so bad, guys. I want one so bad. Summoning allies. All kind of the same sort of stuff. These dudes are still trucking along, trying to get into like here probably, and just hang out. In case another war happens, like if I have to go to war with Vanheim or whatever. Kind of keep these guys kind of, they're my National Guard sort of, the Night's Watch. They're just kind of on standby until something goes awry. So yeah, so let's go ahead and hop on over to turn number 80. What's our timer like? It's still over. It's always over. I just can't do 30 minutes. I can't do it, guys. I'm sorry. Let me know in the comments if I suck. Actually, tell me how awesome I am. I take that back. So, you know, site searching. Don't find anything. You know how it goes. But then look at this. Look at this. Look at this business. Yeah, you know what this is? This is bad. Okay? Fireballs appeared out of nowhere. Instruct the army located here. 623 units were hit. 169 died. Among them was one Mother of Babylon. So I actually think that's okay. I should probably go double check that actually to see if that's actually true. If only one of my, I think only one of my mages died. I think it lists them. Whoever died. I think. I feel pretty confident. I should probably count these. I won't count them right now. I'll do it later. But I'm pretty sure that it lists all the ones that die. But as you can see, my tremendous expenditures to try and not get killed by flames from afar, which was the big fear, seems to happen. Do a lot of troops die? 169? Yes. But to be fair, most of these are Ulmish guys who were diseased. Right? Most of these are going to be Ulmish guys who are diseased. My True Blue fighters are not realistically dead, and it's like, if some Black Plate infantry die, it's not that big of a deal. So, I mean, it sucks, but like, it's not the end of the world. So I'm not really concerned about that. Some site searching happened, whatever. We had a battle over here, where we went and fought his troopers, but he had nothing there. He went ahead and sent an army over here to come mess with me, and it's enough to where my province defense will stop him. So nothing happened there. We've got some more shenanigans. You can see right here pretty much exactly what you would expect, which is that Tartarians are starting to get churned out by the sailors. Again, not great news, but not the end of the world either. They're not mindless, so charm does work against them. They have high magic resist, though. But not the end of the world. Definitely something we can handle. So that's kind of what's going on there. What happened here? I don't even know what this is. Oh, this is where my my little fella is gonna get hit. So he's gonna send an Iron Angel to go ahead and knock out some province defense, and he'll succeed. See, my province defense don't like this. They find this very bad, so they get smoked. This poor dude, he's got a limp. I was sad. Okay, that was very sad. But anyway, don't worry, we got a plan to deal with this. We lost some more people. They wandered off because they heard cool music, so that's neat for them. They went off to Burning Man or whatever. They have a 6 tent in Burning Man. I know about this. It's like an orgy tent. Sounds like... I mean, it does not sound like fun to me. Like, I see that and I go, I don't actually think that's fun. I think that's the opposite of fun, I bet. I bet that's, like, not cool at all. But anyway, Gila still sucks. People still hate it there. They don't want to live there. Found some nice gold. God, it's so great to just find 1,000 gold every other turn. Like, that is just great. Finding 1,000 gold every other turn is just 10 out of 10. Would recommend. Got some unrest. Got some income going on. We like that. Gila gets attacked some more. Fortunately, the barbarians still holding strong. And yeah, that's basically all we got going on. We did breach these walls, so that's excellent. You can see most of our guys are pretty decked out with stuff. You didn't see it, I guess, but basically, last turn I should have showed it. But like these guys all had like 2 rings of fire and a Demon's Bane, and they came in from here. So yeah, so you can see like these guys are doing it right now. Like, see these guys? These 3 amigos are going to take these items and just tote them over to here, and then just dump them all on top of my troops. So that way my mages won't die. How many mages do I have right now? Curious question. So right now I've got 15 of these and 31 of these. I don't think... I'm not really sure, but I'm pretty sure it'll say like 5 Mothers of Avalon died or something like that. I'm pretty sure that's what it'll say. It won't just list one of them that died, or like the most important one. I don't think it works that way. But I'm gonna go back and double check and see how that goes. Let y'all know in the next episode. But in the meantime, I feel okay. I feel like I've got enough guys who are juiced up pretty good to handle these problems. Now this turn, if I recall correctly, I fucked up. Yeah. No, you're here to cast Fog Warriors. I don't know. For some reason I thought I didn't cast Fog Warriors or something this time, but I'm not sure. Anyway, the point is I'm going to go ahead and storm this castle right here. I'm going to go ahead and storm it. Go ahead and storm. storm the castle. See if we can take Gaifa. See how that goes. Now, this dude's a jerk. I don't really like him doing that. So what I end up doing is I end up taking a bunch of Mothers of Avalon who are 2 air, and I end up cloud trapezing them onto this province, and they're going to spam out Summon Air Elemental. Because this dude, if we take a look at him... Nope. Yeah. If we take a look at him, we can see that he is indeed size 4, so he's going to be trampled on by air elementals. He's got a lot of stuff that's nice, I guess, but good protection and everything, but he's too small, and shock resistance isn't going to help you from trample damage, and he'll just get trampled to death if I summon a bunch of them. So I send like 4 or 5 of these Mothers of Avalon to go ahead and do that. I'm doing some Lichcraft work. I'm forging a skull helmet somewhere. I think over here. Yeah, he's forging the skull face thingamadoo, right? Yeah. So he's forging that. At some point in time, I kind of want somebody. Can I forge this? This may already exist. It already exists. I tried to forge it, like, I think last turn, and I think I was too slow on it. But, yeah, this is sort of the current turn. There's one turn after this. I haven't saved it yet. I'm still fiddling with it. But, this is what we've got going on. I'm taking these dudes and sending them over to here, just in case. Like, I know it's not the case. I know he doesn't have the range to fires from afar, these guys. But I'd still feel better if I spread out my dudes. So, yeah. These guys are going to go ahead. And they're gonna knock out Gaifa. That's what we're gonna do. That's how we roll. Hopefully the I'm also gonna go ahead and take my little raiding force that I have of, like, you know, some dudes, and they're gonna go ahead and pop this right here. And also they could be useful to reinforce here because these guys are probably gonna continuously getting pelted by fires from afar, so they could probably use some reinforcements. In the meantime, yeah, we're gonna cloud trapeze onto this guy to kill him. I believe, yes, my Iron Angel is gonna go ahead and try and retake this province because, like, man, that is some nice income right there. So that's what we got going on. Finally, the Night's Watch is gonna make their long trek back to come hang out over here in Typhia and kind of recover. Now, one thing to also point out is that Nabad did not send me the Astral Gems this turn, so I'm not going to cast Gift of Health this turn. Next turn I'm on right now, he did send it to me. I spent all the Astral Gems, every one of mine and every one of his, to make sure that I'm not grifting or anything like that. So that way I can have Gift of Health cast. And that'll actually be pretty good because then, like, you know, some of my guys can start to heal. And you know, the Night's Watch, because they were starving for a while, like, you can see, like, they've got a lot of stuff too. So Gift of Health is going to be good for them too. So that's going to be nice. And I'm going to have a lot of Death Gems, so maybe I'm going to start casting Tartarian Gates. See what happens if I do that. I don't want to cast a lot more globals. I kind of only want to have, like, one going at a time. And the reason is because if I end up getting more than 2, then I think everyone is going to get super paranoid about poor Last Pretender and try to kill me. Which I'd rather not. Although, I'll be honest with you, I kind of... Man, like, 80 turns is a lot, guys. I'm tired. And I'm like, oh, can we just call it? Can we just say enough? If I look at the Thrones of Ascension, I've got 3, and I'm going to take another one. That's going to be 4. So that means I'll be 3 away, which is, like, too many. 3 away is too many thrones away. Like, that's too many thrones away. I can't win. Like, I'd have to, like, take this, then probably, like, invade and take this, and, like, I don't know, take this or something, or... I don't even know how I would win. I wouldn't even know how to begin to win a war like that. Interesting fact, though, is that Nabab retook this province here, and I'm pretty sure whatever Ulm had here died. Pretty sure Ulm killed this whole freaking army. This is similar to the army that was over here I'm pretty sure it all died. That had a bunch of like black priests and stuff. And if we take a look, score graph, army size, I mean, he didn't really take a big plunge like this turn or something, but it's very possible that that's exactly what happened. Whatever the case may be. Whatever the case may be, we're basically kicking butt. Alright, I'm not really sure there's a lot else I can really comment on other than what's happening. I think this guy, I actually switch him over. Because I think this guy actually chews up too much. With anti-magic and Will of the Fates, I think it's actually too much fatigue that he slams on my dudes, so I might end up changing that later. But yeah, everybody's good and decked out. Everybody's ready to go to war. And we're going to get hit from fires from afar for like 1,000 years. So I'm really excited to have all that happen to me. That seems really fair and fun and balanced. And I love that spell. We're going to try and kill a super combatant and retake this province. But that's all stuff that's going to have to happen next episode. Yeah. So, still doing research. Research-wise, we've moved on to evocation. We've knocked out conjuration. So, we're going to start running up evocation. And you know what? If I get evocation 9, just to let them know. Just to let them know, I'm going to cast fires from afar. Boom. Just right on top of you, Ohm. What if I do that? And I have this item. Let's think about that. But, again, all things for another day. All things for another day. Thanks, Rihanna, for getting that for me. May you rest in peace. Until next time, I've been The Last Pretender. I'll see you guys then.